Howdy friends, welcome back to the channel. Welcome if you're new. Today's going to be another get ready with me. I tried to film this yesterday. It didn't work because there was a cricket right outside of my window and I could not deal with it. So try it again today. So this will be my second opinion on some of these new products. So as usual, I will link the stuff in the description, the makeup that I'm using. I don't remember if I did that in my last one or not because I was kind of in a hurry to get that posted. But I appreciate you guys' support on my last video. If you haven't watched that yet, go check it out. It is my deep dive discussion and research on the Judge Rotenberg Center. I won't go too much into it because it is kind of a difficult subject. There is going to be background noise because they're working around the house, so I can't avoid it. The sun's going down. So if you haven't seen that last video, go check it out. But I have timestamps in it, so if you just want to skip to the part where you can help, you can do that. The momentum for that has really died down, especially since I posted that, and I posted it a little while after the recent news about it, so it's just kind of, people have forgotten about it. And it's kind of how everything works, any kind of social justice thing that goes around, it just comes and goes so fast because there's so many things that are happening. So I'm getting ready to do the first video for my new channel, and I'm starting a business, or I'm kind of sort of already started helping other people with their Etsy shops or their small businesses. Well, I guess micro business is probably the better term for it. Too much concealer on this one side of the brush. So in previous videos and in my own time, with my family and my fiance and everybody, trying to figure out what in the heck I'm doing with that business and with Cruelty-Free Stitchery and with my Askland makeup kind of stuff. And I'm slowly figuring it out, I think. So we'll see how it goes moving forward. I'll keep doing mostly makeup and lifestyle kind of things on this account, and then, or well, all accounts that are Askland, like my Instagram and my TikTok that only has 20 followers for that. So basically anything that I want to do that wouldn't really fit with business stuff on the other accounts. It's kind of hard because if it was just different hobbies or interests that I had, it would be an easier decision, I think, because you could combine them. But if it's I have two businesses and then personal stuff, so it's some, I can put some personal things on my business accounts, but I've been experimenting with autism and disability stuff on my Cruelty-Free Stitchery accounts, and that's done really well. Actually better than my usual content, which is posting about my business. So, and people have absolutely loved my eco-ableism content, which I've been posting on Cruelty-Free Stitchery, both Instagram and TikTok. Just basically talking about how the environmentalism or the eco-friendly, zero waste, whatever movements aren't exactly, they aren't exactly disability friendly. So I need to film a video today, actually part 2 of that series. It's one of the new products I'm going to try. I didn't list them all at the beginning because I forgot, but it's the Revolution Makeup Bronzer in 01 Cool. And this is definitely not a cool tone bronzer. It is definitely a warm toned. I don't know why they called it that, but I really liked it yesterday, so I'm going to try it again. And I love that it's really pigmented, because other bronzers that I get that are lighter, I have to dig my brush in, but this one I just barely tap it. I'm not doing contour today. I think this is enough. I always tap my bronzer and blush and stuff like this. I don't understand how people do this to blend in that kind of stuff, because it just takes off my foundation. And this is a blush brush from Real Techniques. I think bronzer brushes are way too big for what I use it for. This is definitely a red undertone, and it looks kind of blushy as well. So I probably don't need blush. I'm also kind of in a hurry. I think I'll do it anyways. I can film in here if it's dark outside, but it just makes me look really washed out because those lights are so bright. I probably could adjust the ISO on the camera. Might be an option if I really need to do that. So anyways, back to the account. So my Cruelty-Free Stitchery is about my business and the reusables that I make and sell, and also now I've kind of changed it into, not really changed it, but added in some stuff about disability as it relates to being eco-friendly so it fits. Because it's like, if you sell things on social media, like any social media, you can't just like post pictures of your product and that's it. You have to, you know, like have some kind of other value or something, like instead of just here, buy my product, buy my product, buy my product, like you have to give people a reason to follow you. Because if they wanted to look at your products, they would just go to your website, you know. I'm not saying don't post your product, but like post other stuff too. Because like on TikTok, if I post a video showing like, hey, I have this product, talking about it, that absolutely tanks in views. But if I do like how I'm making the product, or like showing it while doing a voiceover about something else like a story, then those get a ton of views. So I think I've hit my like target, what I want to do on my Cruelty-Free Stitchery side of things, because like I have mentioned in several other Get Ready With Me's on this channel, I may or may not be able to continue doing that for a long time. Like the word is that he's coming back to the States, my fiance, but nothing is certain. So if he's anywhere in the continental US, I can take my business, no problem. I just have to like reapply for sales tax license and all that stuff, but that's not that big of a deal. So I started Type 9 Studio, which is basically like small business advice. I'm finally seeing progress on this e.l.f. setting spray. It's like down to here now. It was like in this area forever. So with the Type 9 Studio, I have so many ideas for that and things to do, and I just need to get a move on doing them, because like the longer I sit here, the more time I could be actually doing things and growing my audience. So I started my TikTok like a month and a half ago, and I already have well over 2,000 followers, which is pretty good. It's also like TikTok is the fastest way to grow like organically. It's ridiculous. So the idea is to use TikTok to like funnel an audience to other places, which is what most people use it for, like if you're using it for business. Today I'm just filming my intro video for Type 9 Studio. I just realized that I'm not gonna fix it. Usually if I try to cut off the camera angle like at the side of my dresser, and you can see a little bit past it, but it's fine, I'll leave it today. So I'm filming the intro video, like just the first one, to get that out of the way. Like the first post on any platform is always so awkward, but you know, it's whatever. At least this is like my dozenth intro post on social media, so it's not going to be that bad. And I've learned a lot about YouTube from this channel, and I know how to edit and everything, so I feel like the learning curve is going to be a little bit lower. And I'm happy to be starting from scratch on that account. Why am I using this mirror? I don't need it. I'm happy to be starting from scratch on that account, because on this one I really messed up. I feel like I talked about this before, maybe I didn't. But when they first announced the new rules for getting into the YouTube Partner Program, so basically like for getting ads to be put on your videos, you had to have like 4,000 hours of watch time and 1,000 subscribers. And there was a subreddit that was called like Sub Your Fellow Redditor, and like people would post their links and everybody would like follow each other. Terrible mistake. Never do something like that. Never do like comment pods or engagement pods or like follow loops, because they actually hurt your account. I didn't think of it at the time. I mean, I didn't expect people who weren't interested in me to follow me, but they did. So I'm like, there's no way for me to like tell people to unfollow. Unless I get 1,000 subscribers and get the community tab and be like, hey, if you don't watch my content, can you unfollow me? Because like I've unfollowed so many people that I followed from that because I don't engage with their content. I don't watch it. There's nothing that I would be interested in. So it's like you can kind of feel bad for unsubscribing or like unfollowing people, but it actually helps them if you're not engaging. And every now and then I go through Instagram and delete like inactive followers, like people that don't have a profile picture or haven't posted since like 2012. I'll go through and just get rid of those. I don't get too many though, because I don't have that big of a following. But then I have to be careful, because I know there is one person that actually interacts with my posts that has like a private profile, and they don't have a profile picture. I'll say that in a minute. So like, I'd be careful not to delete them on accident, but I remember their username. So my plan is to build up the YouTube, and I have, I've done research on like what kind of topics I should talk about. And I'm going to do vlogs and that kind of stuff, because that's like if you do how-to stuff or like searchable things that people are going to be searching for, you can only have so much content. Like it'll bring somebody into your channel one time, but then like if you have vlogs and other like entertainment stuff, then that'll keep them watching. But like if you only do informational things, people may just watch that one video and then not subscribe. And which is fine, a view is a view, but a subscriber is more likely to watch more of your videos. And actually, I looked at the analytics the other day. That last video that I posted, a lot of the people that viewed it were subscribed, like compared to other videos, so I appreciate you guys helping me out. Where was I going? I'm medicated right now and my brain is just like, ugh. I had trouble with my brows yesterday too, what the heck. I need to shape them. So with Type 9 Studio, I am going to build up the YouTube and my Instagram and TikTok. My goal for TikTok was 1,000 this month, and I've got over 2,000, so that's going great. I'm hoping for 500 Instagram followers and then like maybe 100 subscribers. I have a few that came over from TikTok to my YouTube, which was nice. I go back and forth with eyeshadow primer if I use my fingers or a brush. I tried to use my fingers yesterday and that was a mess, so I'm going to keep using this brush. So once I get my audience built up a little bit, I'm just going to keep working on my blog and website, I should say. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to do the website, because I was kind of making it like a traditional blog where I have like posts every week and stuff like that. But I think now I'm just going to try to make it like a hub for all of the things that I do, like with as far as that kind of stuff, like the business stuff. That way, you never know with social media, like if your account's going to get shut down like for no reason, or you know, it gets hacked, or the algorithm takes a dump and, you know, your posts don't get seen. And that way I would have like an email list, like, so I could send emails to people like, hey, my Instagram got shut down, follow me here. And hopefully that would never happen, but you never know. So I'm going to use the Slush 2 palette from September Rose. I might do a similar look to what I did yesterday, which turned out fairly well. Here's the inside of it if you have not seen it yet. I'm not really feeling the blue, green, or purple, so I think I'm going to stick to the oranges like I usually do. Let eyeshadow primer dry for a second. Eventually I want to get into doing like coaching or like shop critiques and that kind of stuff. But the thing is, I don't want to be one of those annoying business gurus. Oh my gosh, like my Instagram Explore page, my For You page on TikTok is just full of people peddling their courses, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to do that. I don't want to be that person. And it's like their Instagram stories are all like, I have a free webinar, you know, sign up. And then it's like if you go sign up for their webinar, it's like just them selling you their course for an hour. And that's like one of those, like I feel like that's kind of pyramid scheme-ish in a way to sell courses, because it's like, here's this thing, I'm going to promise you that you're going to make all this money if you follow my course, and then you don't. Or there's courses that teach you how to sell courses, and it's like, that is definitely a pyramid scheme. Like, I would never promise that I could get somebody success on Etsy or with their small business, because there's no like one track to success with anything. And like so many people, I mean, like myself included, to be completely honest, like my success on Etsy was luck and unfortunate circumstances, let's be real, because of the masks. But also I like kind of can fall into the trap of discrediting myself, because it still required work and like knowing how to use Etsy for the masks, because like not everybody who sold masks made it big, because they weren't able to be found like in the search. You have to make sure that all your search engine I can never say that. Your search engine optimization still had to be on point, because there were so many hundreds of thousands, even millions of searches for masks. So if your listings weren't at the top, you weren't getting found. And I know for sure that I could have sold more masks than I did, but like I didn't have the tools necessary And I also put them on Etsy way too late. Like I didn't want to put them on Etsy. I put them on my Shopify first, which I shut down pretty quick. And the only people that bought them on Shopify were people that knew me and knew like that were already following me, because I didn't know how to advertise a Shopify. It's not as easy as like you can't. It's not like Etsy where people could just stumble upon your stuff. Like you have to put it out there. This pink stained my lid yesterday, so doing it again. And also part of my thing is I know what to do, what you're supposed to do, but I don't do it myself. I know for sure that I could have thousands of more sales, but I don't, because I kind of can get like a little bit comfortable with where I'm at. Like especially with the masks, because I just stopped working on everything else to do the masks. Which I kind of had to because they were taking up all of my time. I didn't have time to do anything else. I mean, there were days that I was making like 30 or 40. And then I found some ways to make them faster, but that was unfortunately after I had already like sold 1,000 of them, so that was great. I feel like there's a really big market of people who are starting to sell on Etsy. I mean, it was huge like last year around that time, around this time I suppose, because people were just trying to like, you know, make ends meet. And like I said, I'm not trying to like monetize everything I do, so, you know, I would have free advice, but then like I'd have services available if people wanted to pay. But like it wouldn't necessarily be things that wouldn't be available anyways, if that makes sense. I kind of learned all of that technique from Derek and Hannah, High Carb Hannah and Handyman. I don't know if you guys are in the vegan community, you probably know who they are. You know what, come to think of it, I haven't seen Derek's videos or Hannah's on my subscription feed in a long time. But they were talking about how they've, like, that's how they make their money, was they did courses like Derek does, like tiny house building, and he helps other people do theirs. And he was like, all this stuff is like on my YouTube and on the internet, but he just kind of like packaged it up to help people with. So, and that's kind of what Hannah did as well with her recipes. That's where I first heard about it, but there's a lot of people who do similar things. And I also want to do like maybe a Patreon or something similar to that. Because like again, you know, YouTube could, once I get monetized, YouTube could demonetize it, or they could even change the rules between now and then. I really want to do a liner with this, but I have a feeling it's going to take a while, and the sun is way behind the trees back there. I do really like this palette. It is on par with their other ones. I just need to figure out a way to do like shop critiques and that kind of stuff, because there's a lot of people that I follow on TikTok and other places that offer them, and then they kind of like pick people out of their comments, and I'm like, I could not keep up with that, like who's asked for it and who, you know. I don't want to start doing them on TikTok, because like I know people who do them on TikTok have hundreds and even thousands of requests. There's no way that you can do just like hundreds and thousands of videos about the same, you know, the same critique kind of situation. And then I know people who like sell their service, so like they'll have like an hour or half hour critique of the shop, and then they'll like maybe do it in a video format. Or some people do it on Zoom. I don't know if I could do that. And then also I know somebody that does them on YouTube, and then they have like the chance to win a free one, but then it's like, would anybody even pay for it if they have a chance to win a free one, you know? Because like doing an hour or even half an hour, that's a lot of time. So like doing it for free doesn't make too much sense. But like I can see doing a few on TikTok for free because they're only a minute, but it's, you know, it's just there, you'll get so many requests. But like I was saying before about Cruelty-Free Stitchery, I'm not going to be able to do that forever, I don't think. At least not consistently, because of us moving around and stuff. Because there's a, even if he doesn't go to another country this next time, there's a good possibility that he will eventually. Because like Germany is a big, you know, place for people to go. Then he could also get deployed, and I would be back here anyway, so I just can't imagine like if I have to take a year break, like how that would go. And like I suppose I would, the smart thing to do would be just keep making content on social media, but you know, so I don't like completely abandon my audience and then everybody unfollows. I need to get, oh, before, I meant to start filming this like earlier. Oops, I got mascara on my eyelid. but I was looking for daylight bulbs for my ceiling light because the one in here and in my office have like warm light bulbs and it looks terrible on video. So I could probably film in the evening like in my office, but the lighting is just really bad. Oh, I've had this KVD Epic Curl lash primer for a while and it's kind of feel it's starting to get dried out. It's a bummer. It's not cheap. I also kind of want to do live streams at some point. I've never done one, I don't think. No, I'm pretty sure I haven't. But I don't know how I would do because like if I don't know what to say or what to talk about, I just freeze. Like I'm not good at talking out of my what like some people are, which is not always a bad thing because in those situations you need to keep talking. So yesterday when I filmed this, or tried to film it, I used this e.l.f. liquid matte lipstick in Coffee. This does not go well. It was really patchy and it stayed sticky. It didn't dry all the way, so I'm not going to be using this again. So I have this Hydrating Core Lip Shine from e.l.f. I will try that. This is the shade Cheery. Definitely smells like watermelon. I have two of these. Does the other one smell like watermelon too? I don't remember. It's a pretty good shade. I do like the other one that I have. Let me dig it out. Ecstatic. And it's like a berry purple. I really like this one. This one is really good too. Sometimes these kind of shades look weird, but I think this works, so happy with that. It's better than the one I tried yesterday. So I suppose that's about it. The makeup look is done. I really like the eyeshadow look, how it turned out, kind of like a sunset situation. I wish I could have done a liner. Maybe I'll do that next time. So this bronzer, I really like it. It is a good color for me, at least what I can tell in here. Like maybe outside it might look different. So that's about it for me today. If you want to know more about small business kind of stuff, I'll link my Type 9 Studio accounts in the description. I need to redo my description box thing because I have it set to where it just kind of fills it in for me, and it's kind of outdated, so I need to change that. Hopefully I remember. But if you've watched this whole thing and you haven't subscribed yet, you might as well. I'm getting back on my Tuesday, Friday schedule for now. If it gets to be too much with the new channel, I might just drop down to 1 day a week, but we'll see when we get there. But I will see you guys in the comments. Bye.